want to turn now and tell you more about this disturbing and dangerous trend. It's the glorification of binge drinking. We're talking around the clock and around the world, because an increasing number of websites, college students are touting, even bragging about their drunken exploits and inviting others in. And in the wake of the recent campus tragedies, deaths from binge drinking, these websites are causing such major alarm. We want to warn our viewers, some of the images are pretty graphic. Hopeful faces of college students who died from binge drinking. And now there's a whole new kind of truth or dare. Websites with pictures, a kind of cyber drinking party, glorifying extreme drinking. Websites such as barshots.com, amiwasted.com. Student photos posted, like this one who appears to be passed out, or this young man whose friends have covered him in magic marker and shaving cream. Student drinking is not new, but 24/7 truth or dare drinking is. Where is it going to lead? Well, joining us now to be our guide into this world from San Francisco, James Steyer, CEO and founder of Common Sense Media, a nonprofit watchdog organization. He's also a professor at Stanford University. Thanks so much, Professor Steyer. I want to start out, if I can, and take a look at some more of these pictures. Okay, we've got a guy with his friends. I guess he was dead drunk and they stuck Q-tips all over his head. We've got another guy on a bathroom floor, again, passed out. This is the point of these websites. These are tame photos, you say. These are the ones we can show you?
That's right. These are actually pretty tame for these websites. And the message is pretty clear that binge drinking, that extreme alcohol use is fun and cool and humorous, when, as we just looked, it's really a very lethal mix and something that has tragic consequences in many cases.
And you said that on some of the websites they have throwing up sites where you go to post how you feel after this.
That's right, and it's actually sort of like a game. Some of the sites rate. RateMyVomit.com is another one that we looked at. It's actually making light of what is seriously a health issue on college campuses and also even among high school students in the country. And it glorifies, as you said earlier, the culture of teen drinking and of underage drinking.
Now, do I understand that you think maybe some of these sites, I don't know about the ones we showed here, are sponsored by porn sites? Because I want to show one that has a sign, you know, drink it, B-I-T-C-H, is part of the come on here. But you think porn could be behind it?
Well, Diane, the real message of a lot of these sites, particularly when it talks about women, is it's a very demeaning image of women. Women in most of these sites are really depicted in the most objectified manner. It's sort of a get drunk, get girls drunk, and get laid message. And what you see is that on many of the sites, there's a link to porn sites. It's not clear who funds them, but they're clearly a very demeaning image of women and sort of this toxic mix of alcohol and sex, which I'll tell you, I think parents across the country ought to be pretty concerned about.
But, you know, the website owners have said no one drinks more than they're going to drink. They're going to do it anyway. You know, we're just going along for the ride. We're not really inciting this.
Yeah, I think I would agree that you can't blame all of the issues about underage drinking and binge drinking on these websites, but it certainly glorifies it. And I think for kids who would be inclined to abuse alcohol in the first place or think it's cool, it's a way to show how great they can be at it in a sense, and the games actually highlight how bad you can do at it. So I think it's a very unfortunate message to send to young people. And again, it's not just college kids and frat kids, but younger kids can go on these sites. You know, when we were surfing them, it just says, are you 18 years or older? But in fact, I could have been 9 or 10 to go on these sites, and anybody's kid could go on those sites.
Let me ask then, there's no magic bullet for parents. You want everybody out there to hear the one piece of advice you got to give. Talk about it?
You know, Diane, it isn't a magic bullet, and it is pretty much common sense, but at the end of the day, it is the best thing that parents can do, which is you do have to talk with your kids about this. The internet culture is here to stay for young people, and parents really do need to talk to their kids. Obviously, the younger the better, but even if you have a kid in college, I think just highlighting the dangers and the lethal combination of alcohol and binge drinking that we've seen recently is something that parents ought to be talking with their kids about on a regular basis.